Good evening, welcome back. It's Talking Technical, and we are looking forward to the show, and I hope you guys as well. And we really flooded with requests. And remember, we will look at some indexes as well, because some of the requests are all bundled in an index, and then maybe you can get a clue from that if you look at the index chart. And we want to kick off with SBA oil. Everybody wants to know what is happening the oil market and where can they trade oil in South African on the South African market. We know that everybody loves SASOL, of course, but the oil market seen a terrible spell. Can we ever think that oil can go below zero? Well, that happened. That happened on Tuesday evening when everybody got caught with those futures and they wanted to get out of it and they couldn't do the physical delivery, and then suddenly the oil just plummeted to minus 40 a barrel. Of course, SPA oil is the exchange traded note that you can buy on the local stock exchange, and it is a note that almost back oil to the rand. So if the rand weakens and the oil picks up a little bit, you can see that you will have a chart going up. What we're seeing here started to fall down, and as you guys know, that will be a waterfall formation, clear waterfall formation. It gave a little bit of a spike a few weeks back, and the reason was because Mr. Trump and Russia and Saudi Arabia talked about some oil cuts in production, and suddenly the price spiked. Then things turned sour. It gave us this beaut relief rally. Everybody thought it's going to be a beautiful V-shaped recovery, and what happened? It fell all over a cliff. And that's what we're seeing now. And I would like to say to all traders and investors that would like to buy oil, I think if you've got a long-term view, yes, you can maybe just go bluntly in and buy. Remember, it can still go back to zero again. But for those guys that wants a level, I'm going to give you guys a level, and that is the level that I'm looking at. If the oil, and remember, this was first a support, and I'm looking here at the daily chart, then it proved to be a support, and then it turned out to be a resistance. So this line at the moment is a resistance line. Now, all the movement below this resistance line is what we see as negative. So if we look at this chart say to us, listen, the momentum is still clearly to the downside. This waterfall formation continued here, but where's the first place to buy it as a trader? And that will be when this line turns into a support, and that will be at R6.11. The moment it breaks above R6.11, this line that's been tested once, twice, 3 times and failed, turns into a support, and then we can say at least we can see the first light in a very dark tunnel on oil, because what we're seeing here is just a chart falling off a cliff. Now there's something. You know what? I've got a bucky, and you guys know that I stay in Vosburg. What I did was, when oil went below zero, I thought, okay, everything is going into data now. Everybody just buy Amazon. We'll look at the chart. What did I do? I took all the oil out of my engine, I drained it, and my diesel, I untapped it and I gave it away. And then what I did was I bought some data from one of the big suppliers. I put it on a stick. I put the stick in my engine, and the other remainder I put into the tank. And then I turned the key, and I hoped my bucky was starting. What happened? Eventually, my bucky died on me. I did not even go out of the yard. So I called my friend, the mechanic, Avi, staying there in Vosburg. And I said to him, Avi, what's wrong? And as he got to my bucky, he just said, "Guts." And that's the lesson I would like to give you guys. Remember, when this corona era is passing us, and we've got a new era where people wants to travel again and wants to see the world again and travel from home to work and all those basic things, they will definitely need diesel or petrol or oil. And I don't think they will get their cars going with data or maybe with fresh air. So guys, if you've got a long-term view, this chart tells us that it can maybe go lower. when it gets above the 610 level, it will be the sign of strength. And I can bet you $1 in 5 or 10 years from now, a lot of cars, there will be cars using different things like electricity or maybe battery power, but there will still be a lot of cars using oil. So guys, I'm a buyer for oil on the long term. Maybe I'm wrong on the short term. But if you do buy above that 610, make use of a stop loss of 525. And the levels to the top will be 692, 723, 774, and 857. And that's just early days for the chart. If you look at this chart, where does it come from? It comes all the way here. I mean, in October 2018, it was as high as 16 Rand to this ETN note. So, well, there you are. Well, we looked at SBA oil. Well, the next one that the guys would like to know is about Amazon. Of course, everybody is just using Amazon now. I mean, you don't need to do anything else. You can just look at Amazon, and this is this chart to buy. Everybody will just tell you nothing can go wrong. And I made a joke on Twitter the other day. I said, you know what, if after this corona, a lot of guys will lose their jobs, and some of the companies will cut your salary. I wonder what your wife will say. Will she say, don't worry, my dear, let's play another game on internet, or let's maybe buy some food on your credit card, or maybe let's have a movie for tonight. I think she will tell you to go and find a job. Now, if we look at Amazon here, of course, it's a beautiful chart, and this is the beautiful scenario between SBA oil right at the bottom and Amazon right at the top. Now, let's have a look here. Of course, you guys will say that is a beautiful tweezer top. I agree with you, and it rallied all the way from March, all the way from $1,700 to $2,362, where it's trading now. Now, let's just have a look here. What do we see? We see a high there. We see a lower high. And maybe we're going to see another lower high. But what do we also see? We're seeing what I call a lamp pole formation. Now, a lamp pole formation usually triggers some selling. There was one as well. And I'm a little bit nervous. I will say to myself, below that line, we'll see another lower high. There you are. Let's just remove that one. Below that one, and that will be below $2,317, we'll see another lower high on Amazon. And keep in mind, everybody is going for Amazon at the moment. And somebody also told me this week, it's a stock with the highest valuation in the world. Well, guys, then I'm nervous. Because if that's the case, if I see a lamp formation below that level of 2,300 and there you are, 2,317, I'll get nervous. So if you want to short it, use a stop loss of 2,420. But below this 2,317, it can really work a long way down. And my first proper support, will you believe that, will be only when we reach for that level. There you are. We will only reach for 2,178. That will be my first support on Amazon. Let's just have a look at the candles. Maybe the candles can tell us something. Oh, well, there you are. Okay, beautiful. There's a tweezer top. Look at those shadows, those upper shadows telling us there's some nervousness there. And there was a tiny gap. It closed there the other night. There's another gap right at that level where we talk now. And that level is between, there you are, it is between 2,186 and the gap will close at 2,180. So guys, I'm nervous about Amazon. A beautiful rally. Look at this beautiful strong Marabuzu candles. That is all positive. But I'm worried about this tweezer top here. And below that 2,317 level, I'll be very nervous on the stock. Well, let's look at Barry Gold. And everybody is saying that gold is the commodity for the future. And if I look at Barry Gold, here you are. And let's have a look here. Let it just come in there and pick up. A little bit slow. I don't know why it is slow. It's hanging there. And there you are. Look at this beautiful rally. I mean, from $13.25 on the 16th of March all the way up to $25.95. So that is a candlestick chart. I'm a little bit worried about this breakaway gap here. That sometimes we can call it an exhaustion gap, but then it must close it. Let's have a look at the line chart. was a viewer, and the viewer was Jonathan. Sorry, Jonathan. He said, Frans, how many legs still left? I mean, we're on a new high. So, Jonathan, I'll be only worried when this little first crack, and you guys will see, I'm using a line right at the top. Reason being, gold shares are trade stocks. They are not there for the medium to the long term. I know we think it's for the medium to long term. Gold stocks got these beautiful movements right up, straight down. Look at this beautiful rounding bottom. That just tells you we're sitting on a lamp formation. So, Jonathan, be careful below this line. It can turn around easy. And I hear there's some guys talking about $3,000 for gold. So, well, guys, you can chase it. I will not chase it. I'm not a momentum trader. I don't like to chase momentum stocks. So, if you do chase it and you carry on, please make use of a stop loss of $24.49. It makes me a little bit nervous. And if I come back to that little candle, there you are. That candle is still up there. This is still a beautiful, strong move to the upside. And what do I see here? If it pulls back, can you guys believe it? There's another gap there. There's a gap. Just want to show you. I don't think it will somewhere go there. It may be one line, but I'm just a little bit nervous. It rallied a little bit hard. The first gap is between 25.57 and the high of that was 25.13. So that's the first gap. And if it eventually falls down a cliff, the next gap will be 1813 and it will close at 1787. Well, guys, that is the three stocks for this segment. Hold on, we're going to keep you busy just after this.